Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it again. We're back to the Bias Football Takes, the best football podcast out there. Uh, it's another week. We had a lot of games, a lot of activities around the world. I'm not riding alone today. I'm with a returnee. After I made him scared last week that he still was going to lose to City, I'm sure he didn't sleep well. But yeah, Tolu, welcome back. Oh.
Never, never in doubt. Don't even worry about it. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt,
Ne-
really.
never in doubt. Ben about now your mates. Hapana.
I mean, after the weekend you guys had, I'm sure you were like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Not necessarily, because I always know like La Liga football and Champions League football is just different. And I
Yeah,
know
it's
that like
different.
City would, again, like I was saying last week, like when you asked what's the difference between La Liga and Champions League, like we thrive off like open back and forth games or stuff like that. So
Mm.
yeah.
Before we get into that, how was your week now? It's been a week.
Very good Valentine's Day weekend,
Oh, that's true. Where
Um,
Madam go now?
just did a little one too,
Was he at home or you guys went out?
Well, guys come out now, normal.
Okay, that's good. That's cute. That's really cute. I love love. I always encourage family. I always
Valentine's
encourage
Day
family. But that's
proper.
cute. That's cute. It wasn't. It was a little bit cold though.
Yeah, I wasn't in Atlanta. I was in North Carolina. So
North Carolina. That's even cooler. That's cooler than Atlanta. Okay,
but
I'm
yeah,
moving up north.
it was a good weekend. How about you?
So what happened? I think I worked. Then I went to play football in on Friday, and I just came back home and just relaxed.
Oh yeah, that's speaking of football. My seven-a-side team won the Premier Division Championship last Thursday. So
Congrats, 30
yes,
30 plus men.
yes, it was a very, very good weekend. From that into Valentine's Day weekend,
Oh
it was
wow! So you were really happy
scored
cheesing.
in the final.
What did you say?
So I said, and I scored in the final too. I have footage of it. I can send you.
Congrats. I think you sent it to us, so we'll put it on our Instagram page. Congrats. So
Yes,
that's
so yeah.
nice. That's nice. So
Back
now
to
you guys are free for the next season.
next season. But again, the beauty of this seven-a-side league is like next week you're back at it. It just keeps going. There's no like
Oh, there's no
year
break.
is year round. So we won it back to back now. Um, we went to the final the previous. So when I joined the team, we went to the finals the previous two times and lost. Then we got to the finals these last two times I won. So
I mean, it's a bit like that though. Like again in football, there's no magic. You have
there's
to
no
keep knocking. You have to keep
Yep.
knocking.
Pay your dues. You have to pay your dues. That's why unrelated. Let me annoy Arsenal fans small. That's why when Arsenal fans enter UCL and say they want to win UCL, I'm like, you haven't. Okay, actually, you have to be fair. OC, but like you need to earn your stripes. Think when you think of all the last since '98,
Mm-hmm.
and I can remember all but 3 teams have won UCL once in that space. 2 were led by Jose Mourinho, which is Porto and Inter, and Man City. And even Man City, before they won that one, they lost in the final.
They lost in the final.
You have,
The
you have to
semi-final.
your
Yeah.
mate. Champions League is not your mate. You have to pay your dues. You can't just
Mm-hmm.
show up and want to win it.
Yeah, you cannot just shop and want to win it. So Arsenal is even funny. They after that final they got to, they always went out second round,
Yeah,
quarterfinals for a long time.
yeah.
And it was always either Roma was the last one out of the three teams. It was always Bayern and Barcelona.
I
Bayern and Barcelona.
Robin should Arsenal.
He loves them.
Robin should Arsenal Pepe. No worry.
Yeah. I think the furthest they went after that final was semi-final against United, and United beat them like kids.
Oh, the Cristiano free kick.
Yeah, because I know free kick. Someone said he's voted the I think the
The
best
best.
ever free kick in UCL.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that. I saw that post. Yeah. That free kick and that remember that counter him, Jesus,
Yep.
I think back and Rooney,
Rooney, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
blue kits. I remember that game.
Yeah. Anyway, well, weekend was good. So I'm thinking, I might want to. I don't know, man. You guys are too serious. I want to join, but you guys are too serious, man. I just want to just enjoy ball.
This one is serious. Oh.
And funny thing is, the position I want to play is a serious position, and you guys will kill me if I choose to play. I want to play as a DM, but see, another thing is like, so when I go play serious games, I always end up playing as fullback, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like it involves a lot of running, and you have to be alert every time. It's tiring. I'd rather be in the midfield where I can just be doing jama and just tackle, pass, quick pass here and there, drive, you know. But that
So
fullback,
well, you remember it's 7 aside. So like playing in a 7 aside game, playing in a midfield is the most tasking position. Like
I know, I
in
know.
7 aside, you're back and forth and back and forth. Because sometimes I play midfield in my team, then sometimes most times I play up top. I play
Yeah,
um and like when I play in the middle, it is when I'm at my fittest because you're just going, you're defending. It's like playing a basketball game. Like
mm-hmm.
you're in one point, there's a turnover, you win the ball, you're attacking. Then maybe God forbid, you overcommit and make a run, and the pass doesn't come. You're running back to position.
Yeah, yeah,
So in that case, any sort of defensive role will probably be the less stressful or less running position. And of course, up top, you're pressing here and there, and
yeah.
like for example, most teams, like most teams, because in that league there are a couple of pro players that play in it, and
Ah,
them like to some some of them like to play like defense, and they dictate because it's 7 aside. They play the defensive role like they're playing DM or center mid. They'll
mm.
from there and they'll make runs in and they'll come back. Ah man, it's fun though. It's something I enjoy doing.
So I think one of the few games I played at 7 aside, like serious games. I was playing with one of my like, so from um college, like for my masters, we had like a team, and my best games was one particular game when we played together in the midfield. But the problem is like we became friends and we'll go and play tournaments or play 7 aside, just pick up. So
Yeah.
anytime we play together and we play 7 aside, and it's just two of us in the midfield, he is always like he's very defensive, like he's a center midfielder but likes to play deep. Now, I'll play beside him, but then there's always space in front of me. So I will now be greedy and run forward. I end up just staying up like I'm a striker. So, but yeah, we'll see, Sha. We'll see. Um, my song of the week has to be Kendrick Lamar and Caesar Luther. That song is very, very, it's good, it's sweet, it's sweet, 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 sweet. Wait, what song did you dance to for your wedding?
I can't remember.
Eh? Ah, really? Why can't you remember?
That's a separate story. I'll tell you about all that later. Don't worry about
Okay. That one we'll talk about in camera.
it. Talk
Okay,
about it off mic, yeah.
yeah, off mic. Ah, man, we have a lot of things to discuss today. Where do I even start from? Let me start from the one that annoyed me the most. Then I will now let me start from anger, then happiness. Lookman.
Yes,
I saw. I don't know if you saw what happened. Did
I
you watch
saw.
the game?
I watched. I didn't watch the game live. I saw the highlights and I saw the comments post game. Yeah, I posted him on my story today in support.
Like it's terrible. So for those that did not catch the news, Atalanta faced, and it's actually ridiculous. Like, um, they faced Club Rouge, and ideally, everybody would think that they'd be favorites to win the game, which they lost the game. And during the game, I didn't understand what Atalanta was playing. Club Rouge was just all over them. I guess it's Champions League, Champions League is different from the league and different from Europa League, which they won. So I guess experience, I don't know. But
Mhm.
experience shouldn't be a reason why you cannot conquer Club Brugge. But then, if you watch City versus Club Brugge, I
Yeah,
think Atalanta should have been scared.
didn't they beat them or was it a
It was
tie?
a draw. It was a draw.
Oh, okay, tie. Okay, yeah.
So they should have known that Club Brugge, they're motivated. It's a motivation like, oh, we played City, a giant in, I won't say giant, but like a serious team who they've won Champions League before, and we were able to drag them that far, and we were able to qualify. So as Atalanta, you should be serious. But that's a different discussion because I'll still discuss Serie A teams leaving Champions League.
Yeah,
But during the game, I was wondering, okay, where's Lookman? Someone said he was injured. Okay, no problem.
yeah.
So he came in. As he came in, every time I've seen Lookman or I've seen Atalanta play this season, the games he doesn't play, when he comes on, it changes the game for them.
Yeah, 100%.
The ones I've been able to catch. So this game, he came in 1-2-1-2, scored. I think that was his first touch or second touch.
It was
Scored.
like a minute into the second half. A minute into when he came in the game, he
Yeah,
scored.
he scored. So game continued. Penalty came. He took the penalty. So someone was telling me that the penalty was bad. My mind was like, if the keeper did not dive there, it's one of those penalties where you just place it into the net. Like, you just pass it to the net when the keeper goes the wrong way. Unfortunately for him, the keeper caught the ball. Like it was a good I would say good catch. Keeper's ball. Now game ended. Funny enough, during that same game, the captain had the head loss.
Yep.
Yes, Club Brugge player fouled him. He took the ball, wanted to stone the player. He missed. Now he now ran towards the player. He had to go through the ref because ref was trying to hold him back.
Yeah.
Another player was trying to hold him back. He went through
Yep.
to all three of them and wanted to fight.
Yep.
He got a red card. It happens. Like head loss, it happens. It's
Yep.
not a big
Yep.
deal. But in Champions League, you've let your teammates down. Tell me why at the end of the game, Gasperini now decided to discuss the penalty that Lookman missed. He said Lookman is the worst okay, penalty taker in the world. You don't understand why there are two penalty takers on the team, and Lookman decided to carry the ball to play, and he missed. And that shifted the whole conversation away from two things that people should be discussing. Why Atalanta shouldn't have lost that game, and why would your captain lose his head in a very crucial game?
I like to add that the two he mentioned that he's one of the worst on the team in playing.
He said in
Uh,
the world, not even in the team. He said in the world.
whatever he said,
Yeah.
and he said Rutegi and CDK were the designated PK takers, but I believe it was Rutegi who missed a PK this season against Arsenal. Against
Yes, he was the one.
he didn't say anything there. If they had picked up points in that game because they really outplayed Arsenal for most of that game. If they had picked up points in that game, they won't even be in that position.
Yep,
So like it was very very strange, and I don't know if you saw Lukman's statement.
I
It
saw
was
it.
very very strange.
And Lookman, for those that did not see the statement, Lookman came out to say whatever the situation is, you see, he loves the club. He has put in blood and sweat, which is true. Blood and sweat. I saw the stats this season that he has 17 goals in I don't know how many games. I'm like, really? Even when he's having a quiet season, he came out and said he is disappointed in the comments. Yeah, yeah. For the record, the designated penalty
Yeah,
takers told him to take the
big,
penalty.
yeah,
And the thing is, I understand because in football, when the penalty comes, if a player doesn't feel it, do not
yeah,
let him go and play it.
yeah,
It's the person that says, I'll play it, let him go. Even if he misses, it's one of those things. It's
yeah,
a 0-on-1 situation. It's either you
yeah,
score, you don't score.
yeah.
And that's what Gasperini should have come out to say, oh, it's one of those things. People miss penalties. Let's move on. We lost the game. Let's discuss how our performance was not up to par. Well, obviously, as a manager, you want to say that. You want to say that, oh, we were bad, we were awful. So you're looking for a cop out, and that's what happened. Terrible. And apparently, a Serie A fan, he has come on this show many times. Mamus told me that Gasperini has a deal where for every player they sell, he gets a percentage.
Oh, does he?
Yes, and I think it's the third highest earner in the world from
Ah,
transfers.
that's
So it means that they are trying to sell Lookman. Unfortunately for them, it doesn't even make any sense because you are devaluing your prized
yeah,
possession.
yep.
And I'm saying this in annoyance because we had, I don't want to insult Nigerians, but we had people coming out to say Osimhen shouldn't have spoken to who was the Nigerian coach then, that it was going to affect his transfer. You
Oh
don't talk
yeah,
to
yeah.
your manager like that. Whether
Was it
you
not
talk, hmm?
or something? I
What
think
do
it
you
was
say?
Finidi.
Yeah, it
Was it
was
not?
Finidi. It was
Yeah.
Finidi. So whether you talk or you don't talk, people don't value you, will not value you. They're just looking for an excuse to devalue you. Lookman doesn't talk. He doesn't say anything. Even when he received his African Footballer of the Year, he was shy. He was like, okay, let me just say something and leave. You could tell that he's not really one of those guys that speak. And I always say this. I don't know why managers. Maybe it's just nowadays. Maybe I'm sensitive. Managers just say nonsense. Like I don't support the nonsense. Why do you always come out to say those nonsense? Why?
Are you? Yeah, I feel like you are also referring to your manager as well, Amorim.
Yes, him, Tenag, all of them. I've had even other situations where manager will come out and talk. Like, why are you saying all these things? Why?
Blasting your players, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so the thing is, you can blast your players, right? There are ways in which you can talk about your players. But that Lukman situation was totally uncalled for. It was really uncalled for. And it's someone that, you're putting, what's it called? You're putting target on those players' backs. Because now, all what Atalanta fans will be talking about is the penalty miss. They will not talk about the nonsense they played.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see, like, because I noticed I liked how strategic he was in putting out that note, and he involved like the fans in it. So I thought that was a nice strategic move. So it'll be interesting to see the next Atalanta game how the fans, like next
React to
Atalanta
him.
home game, how the fans react to him. It will be very interesting to see. Hopefully,
Oh, to add a little spin to it. So, a news now came out that, they already plan to sell him this summer, even before this whole situation.
of course, now.
So now
Of,
they still want to go ahead with that sale.
of course, I think it only makes sense. I mean, even with or without this thing, it only makes sense. Especially as they hot. Instead, if you want to play for, probably go back to England or something, go and play like a bigger, go and play for a bigger team, earn more money. Of course,
So,
it only
what
makes
teams do
sense.
you think is going to fit into?
That's a good question. Sure, Arsenal can use him on the left. Um, Arsenal can use him on the left. I'm thinking of like the big guns, um, because I mean, Arsenal is the only big team or top, four team in the big leagues that I can think that could really use him off the top of my head. And then,
Mm.
like big team, when I say big team, that will make sense financially for him as well. It's only Arsenal I can think of. Like United is not like he wants to play Champions League football, so he won't. United is not an option. Chelsea probably won't be an option. Uh,
There's no even opening for that position that he wants to
in,
play at
in,
United anymore. So don't even bother coming.
There is, because he can play that 2-10 system as well, like that left 10 system. He's very good in coming. Just like if you see his goal, like where his positioning, like he drifts in from the left. So I think it will actually work. Because um I believe they played 3-5-2 as well. Well, there was a time that they were playing 3-5-2 Atalanta. So I definitely believe that it won't be a strange this thing, because I believe I'm not.
So when you
I,
say 3-5-2, right? Sorry to cut you short. You mean
yeah.
the two on top, right?
Yes. So how Atalanta plays: three in the back,
Mm-hmm.
four midfielders, then
Mm-hmm.
one 10 behind two strikers. But one of the two, like for example, when CDK Charles, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I call him CDK. When CDK and like say Rutegi are playing, CDK is the one that kind of like drops deeper to kind of form to kind of help Pasalic as the other 10, and then like Rutegi is kind of like left alone, and so CDK is more of a supporting role. So when um Lookman plays in that two up front role, he always drifts to the left.
Mm-hmm. So you see, you said two up front, but United plays two
Yeah, but I'm saying like
tens.
he can easily do one of the 10 roles and be going up front and come back. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
I,
wait, hold on. Sorry, let's trash this
yeah,
out. The reason why I feel it's not going to work for us is we have a problem at United, and that's part of the reason why we are struggling. And the manager has not seen it. You see those two tens that we have.
yeah.
If we bring in Lookman, it doesn't solve a problem for us. It actually
Oh,
continues the problem for us. The two tens that we have, only one of them stays in that 10 role. The other, like, if Garnacho plays or Ahmad plays, they like drifting wide, which
I
is
think
not good.
I think that's the point, though. I think that's the point that he's trying to like. The whole point of playing those two 10 roles is for them to create like options out wide and in the middle as well. So that's why, like, if you look, Ahmad has been successful in like in playing that role, and also
No, no,
uh
no, no,
also
no.
name
Mm-mm.
what's his name?
Garnacho.
Garnacho has just been his conversion rate has just been poor. That's it. But I think that 2-10 role, like again, is three in the back, four in the middle, and remember the out of the four in the middle, the two are actually wing backs technically. So the wing backs they can't be the only ones on the wing. So it's the whole idea of the 2-10 is depending on where the ball is, you can support that side of the one of the 10 will support that wing. So you are playing a 10, quote unquote, but you really like a supporting striker, left supporting striker.
Mm,
That's that's the whole point. And I think
he-
Lookman can do that. The problem Man U has is he big pass Lookman. But
yeah, here's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but for example, let's start with Lookman. Lookman plays, sorry, Ahmad. Ahmad plays as left wing back or as 10. For every time he has played as 10, he hasn't been good. I mean, say good is like to his standard, not like it's
yeah,
bad. Too good to his standard. But when he moves to that wing back position, he plays well because he's a drifter. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Now, Garnacho is naturally a drifter. So when you play him as that 10, he's always on the wings, not hereby crowding the wing backs movement. So the wing back is supposed to like have space to roam front and back. The other system that Etenag was trying to do was make the fullbacks come into the midfield. If that's what our Amorim wants to do, then I will get that. Okay, yes, the wing backs can come into the midfield where the number 10 can go wide. Unfortunately, it's the other way around. So now you have a lot of space in the middle where only two midfielders are playing, and in EPL you cannot play two midfielders in EPL. They will overrun your midfield. So when you're not bringing Lookman cannot play as a wing back. He has to play as a 10 or as a striker. But when he
Uh-huh.
comes and play as a 10, he might drift wide. So that's where the problem starts. But if you play, another thing is we only play one striker. We don't play two strikers. So if we play two strikers, Lookman is perfect for me because he can come in and go out. You get what I'm saying? But
I actually think because you said something earlier where you said like crowding the wing back. I don't know any football side that play that system either three or five in the back with a wing back. Like even Tuchel's Chelsea or whatnot. Like they played that system where it was two tens and and Havertz up top, and it was one of the tens where Mason Mount and if I'm not mistaken, I may be messing it up, but they played that similar to that system. I think the whole point is to give an option because if you leave a fullback on the wing, then it's easy to shut him down. It's like
mm-hmm,
you can
mm-hmm.
just yeah. So like the whole point, from my understanding of what Amorim, like, the difference between the Amorim system and the Atalanta system is just an extra 10 versus an extra striker. But like, I think in terms of the movements and the defensive responsibilities and the like and offensive responsibilities, I think it's very similar. I think if Lookman plays on the as a left 10, you need to. I mean, obviously, every football team always wants to create triangles all around the field. So you
Yeah.
try the fullback, I mean, the wing back on the left, for example, say Dogu or Shaw, the Lookman on in the like left 10, and he can like make an overlap and come out wide to give the underlap for the wing back and vice versa, and the one of the fielders will come and support there. I think even in this current system, as one of the 10, it still works. I think the main problem is the squad as a whole is just not good enough. I think it'll
Mm.
work.
Mm. Well, anyways, but I'm just scared for him, Sha. I don't want him to go to a club where they're
That's
going
why
to
I did.
dim his
That's why
light.
I didn't mention United, because I feel like, okay, you want to play Champions. I mean, African best, and
Mm.
with the he had last year, and even this year with limited playing time, the goals that I mean, because of injury and whatever, the goals he has scored. I mean, I think he has proven to himself that he can maintain this level consistently in Italy.
Yeah.
So he needs to test himself somewhere else. And again, he's from London, so that's why I was mentioning Arsenal. Arsenal just seems like, especially
No.
and where they are now,
I don't
and
want to go to
like
Arsenal, please.
and
Mm.
like the Martinelli's drop off, and yes, they have
Mm.
Trossard as well, but Trossard can fill in multiple places, um, and that will also Trossard can, for example, I think can play on the right too, so they can give Bukayo Saka more breaks because they
You
play.
see, this thing you just said now, because Saka thing. Do you know how many will be saying that try players in that position? You don't have to play Saka there every time, but they know the year.
Yeah,
So, but I don't want him to go to Arsenal because then you want me to hate him because I like him already. No, 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 no. I know, I
nah,
don't.
nah, nah.
Uh, no.
I can compartmentalize and goes to
I
work.
know I cannot. For Arsenal, I cannot. 100%
I,
cannot. I'm
like,
telling you.
I don't have any beef with. I mean, the only beef I have with Arsenal is I want to play them again in the Champions League as a Real Madrid fan. But other than that, like, I want what's best for him, and I think Arsenal, the last couple of years, they've been title challenging. Even this year, even with the injury problems and the like, they haven't really been like hitting form like they did last year.
Mm,
First, they are still what, second in the
yeah, the second, yeah.
so, like, I think Arsenal would be a good move for him, just to test stuff.
Another thing is if it goes there, I don't want Arsenal mindset to enter him. So let's bring from that club. And
Nah,
also, he hasn't really performed in England, so England might be a problem for him.
yeah, but I mean, if he doesn't go to England, unless he goes to one of the big dogs in Italy, like, but bigger dogs in Italy, like an Inter would be a good fit.
Yeah, Inter will be a nice place for him to go to.
Uh, um, AC no, but Inter will have a good fit. Even Juve have that Turkish boy Yildiz there, so maybe not.
Please, no, 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 Juve, no, Juve, they are going down. Like they're not even improving. No, please.
I mean, they have. I mean, yeah, well, they went out this year. I'm just talking about in the league period. But again,
Mm,
all those teams will not offer him the finances that an Arsenal would because of
mm.
the EPL. So I still go back to Arsenal being a good fit.
No.
So,
Anyway, it's all good. So speaking of Sierra teams, can you believe that 3 out of 4 were eliminated by teams that they should be beating? Atalanta
yeah,
should be beating Club Brugge,
yep.
uh,
AC should be beating PSV.
Feyenoord.
Fine, no, excuse me. Juve should be beating PSV.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They lost 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, it was after extra time, but yeah, it still stands.
See,
I
in that game, let me tell you, in that game, PSV they were wasteful. That game should have ended in regulation time. I'm telling you, because
I
I
agree.
saw the game.
I didn't see the. So what I do is I'll watch a multitask on like my iPad, but I'll focus on one game on the TV. So I saw like chances that they had the PSV team created. So I don't think. I need to rewatch the game or rewatch highlights or something. But from what I remember seeing from the highlights I was showing, I don't think Juve deserved to go through anyway. So
Yes, yeah, they were terrible. They were terrible. And that's three teams just like that. They're just if they had faced a serious team, you'd have said, okay, it happens. Like teams should be beaten. Terrible. And so I think so Liverpool will not be facing Real Madrid anytime soon. Because I have a Liverpool fan that was saying that he doesn't want to face Madrid until final because he knows that's the end of the road for them.
I
uh,
do enjoy playing City, of course. I do enjoy playing Liverpool. I enjoy any big game. Um, so like now, like I don't think I'm trying to see who I really. I mean, it's either Bayer, Leverkusen, or I think they will cause us problems. Or Atletico. Atletico will just they're just a very difficult team for us to play.
yeah.
Oh, well, I
Uh,
know the same reason why I told you like we struggle in La Liga, which is like teams that just sit.
mm,
I would prefer out of those two. I would prefer to play Bayer, even though Bayer Leverkusen will give us problems too. But at least they will come out. They will come out to play, and that would give us space to do their things. Atletico, they are just a very well drilled defensive machine, and they can hit you on the counter so bad.
mm.
I don't know.
In Champions League, I think Atletico Madrid has really been, I won't say stellar, but they've been good. The way
Yeah,
they've been beating
yeah,
teams, be
they've
very
been
very resilient. They've been attacking. They don't be defending like that.
yeah, and they play more. I mean, again, apart from when they play Madrid or Barca, when they play they are more offensive this last couple of years than they used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I really don't want to play them in the Champions League. They're just a very tricky team.
Mm. I think Arsenal has a very nice uh track to get to the next round. At least for the two rounds.
Who are they playing again? Who are they? Who are
So
the?
I think they might be facing Feyenoord. Let me check. I saw the UCL matchup today, and I was like, Arsenal has nice. Let me see. Arsenal has a nice. I don't even know how they've not done the draws, but let's see. Let me see. Okay, so I have it here. So on the Arsenal side, there's PSV and Feyenoord. So they
Okay.
have potential of meeting PSV or Feyenoord. Then if they survive and Inter survives, so they'll meet Inter in the next round in quarterfinal. Oh, what am I even saying? Wait, oh no, this is confusing. So, if they face no. Guess what? I'm actually wrong. I am wrong,
Tell me
go.
what you're about to tell me. What
Eh?
I think you tell me. I said, please tell me what I think you're about.
Okay. Uh wait. Am I seeing, is it what I'm seeing now? So if Arsenal face PSV,
Mm-hmm.
and they win, they're facing Madrid. Madrid wins.
Thank you. I was just saying last about how I wanted my league back. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like I never go into games like overconfident as a Madrid fan because I mean even despite all the Champions Leagues I've witnessed us win and all the crazy games and comebacks and stuff, like there's this confidence and humility that Real Madrid gives me where I'm like I'm not going to go into that game thinking I'm going to spank Arsenal left, right, and center. It's going to be a big game. But I'm just glad that we get the chance to play them again. It's been too long. I've been wanting us to play Arsenal again. And I honestly, personally, I like when we play English teams because I feel like the um hype may not be the right word, but the hype, I guess, the hype around English teams, that they always feel like any of them will win the Champions League, because I guess because of the English media, how powerful it is, they always make their teams, some of their teams, bigger than they really are in a particular case. So I always like facing English teams, and like I obviously love it when we win it. So I really hope, obviously, firstly, if we beat Bayer or Atletico, I'm not going to skip past that, because at this point it gets sticky. But
Yeah, it gets really sticky.
it gets sticky.
Don't be like Nigeria that in that World Cup where we had Greece, so we were thinking about Brazil. Say, we are going to face Brazil instead of us to prepare for Greece. Was it Greece?
Wait, what World Cup is this?
This was is it 2002? I can't remember that we had Brazil next round. Instead of us prepare for the game that it was Denmark. It was Denmark. Instead of us prepare for Denmark, we were busy preparing for Brazil. And Denmark beat us well 4-1.
Oh no, that's 2000. That's not. That was in 2002.
Was it 2002? Are you
Ah,
sure?
2002 was JJ's last World Cup. It wasn't 2002. I remember that game. That's like the 90s.
Yeah, JJ scored. We only go.
Loud drop. I remember that game. That
Yeah,
loud drop. Yeah, it wasn't 98.
is it 98?
Was it 98?
Let me
98
check.
was when we beat Spain. The Olise goal.
Yeah, we beat them. Let
It
me
may
check.
be 98 actually.
Let me check. Nigeria versus Denmark. But yeah, so don't you have to.
Yeah,
We have to. It was 98. It was
yeah.
98. Yeah, correct. They beat us
And
4-1. But yes, it was Babangida that scored. Babangida.
yeah,
Tijani Babangida.
and loud drop. Did loud drop from I think it's Michael loud drop.
Yes, that just scored.
Yes, I remember that game. Because my uncle was so mad because JJ would dribble and shoot the ball and go
Yep.
wide,
Yeah.
laugh, and my uncle would be so mad.
That was funny. Yeah, so you have to face one game at a time.
One game
I
at a
mean,
time.
so if Arsenal gets Feyenoord, then so if Arsenal gets PSV, then rest assured that you guys might meet. But if they face Feyenoord, then they might face either Bayern or Bayern Leverkusen or Atletico Madrid. So it depends on what side they fall in. But whew, Arsenal, they really believe it. Well, there's no harm in dreaming. Yes, I mean in dreaming. But yeah, so Atalanta, Milan, and Juve are out of Champions League. What a disgrace! What a disgrace! Um. Oh yes. So there's a game going on right now. Sporting Kansas City, Sporting KC versus Inter Miami,
Okay.
and it's so cold there. I heard it's so cold. I can see Messi playing, and you can tell that the guy is struggling in the cold. In my mind, I'm like, you should have just gone to Saudi Arabia where it's warm, where
Yeah, no.
everybody they go there to go and do warm retreats,
One weather retreat.
warm weather retreats. Like
I
it's
know there was
I you know I used to live in Kansas City.
really.
So yeah. I was there for like 3 months. So cold, so cold. Yeah.
I know. I think that game was supposed to happen yesterday. No, not yesterday. It was supposed to happen recently, Sha, but it was postponed. And I remember there were reports saying like if it had happened, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I remember reports about Messi saying he won't play because of the cold or something like. I don't,
So Baba wants to pick and choose. But he
yeah, I
scored,
don't-
sha. He scored in this game, so
yeah.
a very
Again,
good
I
goal.
don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is.
He scored a very nice goal. I can see
Anyway,
them playing on. I don't know if it's this grass, natural grass or synthetic. Oh, it looks like it's grass because it's kind of faded. It's like all those. Don't know forgive me for saying this, but it's like all those South American fields where some patches are brown. It's not like all green.
mm.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, we should have just gone to. But let's get back to what we're talking about. So Bayern, Bayern. All these teams. I don't know what's going on. Why why all these big teams are struggling because they barely made it to the next round. Barely, barely made it to the next round. And the funny thing is, if the funny thing is, if so in their next round, they have either Bayer Leverkusen or Atletico Madrid, and I'm not sure they would be able to go to the next round. I'm not sure. The way they played in that round, I'm not sure. I'm not sure they are good enough. The way they played against Celtic, because Celtic, why are you struggling with Celtic? But we'll see. I guess as the game progresses, as the tournament progresses, teams become really serious, and we'll see, we'll see what's going to happen, how they would. We'll see how they will fare. Oh yeah, you're struggling to join. Oh yeah, it's good though. It's good. It's good. It's good. And Olise had a very good game. Had a very good game in that game. Olise had a very good day. I'm actually happy for him. I'm happy for Olise. I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy for him that I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy for Olise that he's playing in Champions League. And I wanted him at United.
You remember I told you about his first goal last week. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
I remember, but yeah, he also played a vital role in them qualifying for the last goal today. So I'm
Mm.
happy for him too. The way he plays, he should be at a stage like that.
Yes, he deserves it. He really deserves it. And I was crying, that United should have bought that guy. I was really crying for him. I'm like, this guy, just buy him. But he's good though. I like he has gone out of England because let him go and try it, because the way United's spirit is, he might just dampen his shine. So it's good that he went there. But Bayern, I don't know. I'm not sure they just want people to qualify for the next round the way they are playing. But the
Yeah,
bit is weird though.
they're not as strong as, especially defensively. With Upamecano and Kim Min-jae, they're not as strong as they probably should. Even Neuer is not really. I mean, this like he's not bad. Obviously, he's not. He's a legendary goalkeeper, but he's not the Neuer of. I think after his injury, he was just never the same guy. But
Mm.
off shot, but not still never the same guy.
I'm just wondering why the guy is still in between the sticks. I'm wondering why he's still keeping for them.
What do you mean? You want him to leave?
No, like transition the guy now. You don't do,
Nah, he's not. He's not that old now.
but it's not like top notch. So
Yeah, but how many? How many? I mean, how many keepers are out there that
there are keepers in the
like
world. There are
like
keepers in the world.
that are not in top
You have to give
teams
people
that you can
opportunity. The
get?
same way they gave him opportunity.
Maybe what? Emi
That's
Martinez.
the same way they give him opportunity to. So you just have to allow other people opportunity. You
Hmm.
cannot just say they're not good keepers in the world. The same way they say, oh, there are no managers in the world. Whereas managers are switching here and there, and managers are winning uh trophies.
Hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm trying to push Madrid to the end because once you start now, you don't want to stop. You don't want to stop. Oh yeah. So I just recently found out that Jacob Murphy is Nigerian.
Newcastle's Jacob Murphy.
I'm telling you, his
No,
dad was
have a,
Nigerian.
he has a brother too, right?
He has a twin brother.
Yes.
I'm
Wow. I
like,
didn't
even you can see the guy's look safe.
that.
He looks like Nigerian. He looks Nigerian.
I'm not necessarily surprised, but I'm actually, well, I'm not surprised when I think of his face, but I'm surprised because I never even knew. Like we only knew about Ross Barkley, we knew about Dele Alli,
Yeah.
but I just didn't know about him. That's interesting.
And apparently, it might be invited. I mean, they're trying to lure him to Super Eagles
They
to come
are.
and join us. Yeah, they're trying to lure him.
Well, he's been on the. I mean, he's had last 2 seasons, and like this season, obviously, specifically, he's been very, very good. I'm trying to think who we have on the left apart from Chukwueze. Moses Simon can play there as well.
It's better than Moses Simon.
I feel like
To be
there's
honest.
somebody I'm forgetting on that left.
Chukwueze.
That, excuse me. No, Chukwueze is the one that usually starts for the most part, but I'm forgetting somebody. I feel like. Anyway,
Yeah, but it's better than those people there. He has the energy, like it's very direct, which is what Nigeria needs. Someone that has legs.
the who I was like hoping that Nigeria could get was, and who we actually need is Eberechi Eze. That's who we need.
Trust me.
Ah,
You do not much how much I've canvassed for that guy.
that's who we need. And I mean, he chose England, of course, but when they capped him and the amount of times they played him, I'm like, yeah, it's done. That's
Yeah,
because
it's done.
we don't have a creative midfielder.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I think Iwobi is a solid central midfielder. He have a great season as well. I didn't get the hit he was getting the last time, so because I thought I mean, he was doing the job.
People
Uh,
people always look for scapegoat. So
yeah, and him and like either Onyeka or Didi, all these guys are like more on the defensive side. He's more of
yeah.
Alex box to box, but we need somebody that can unlock defenses, that can dictate games, that can feed like our front line, even on the bench is strong. We just need that link between midfield and attack. And I thought Ibrahim was the perfect person, but hey man.
We need to. So Mamu's one of the friends of the show. I mean, one of our guests has said that in Portugal there are a lot of kids, Nigerian kids, that we will be seeing in the next generation.
Amen.
And I remember, no, it's not amen. It's not amen. You people are going to. They say, what's that word? Go out and what's that word in the Bible? And populate the world. You're talking about Nigerian men. You are going everywhere.
Don't worry, Nigerian men. Nigerian, especially Nigerian Igbo men, especially
They're everywhere.
Igbo
So
people. I respect them, but they will go anywhere and give have children every like in you see half Nigerian, half Japanese, half Nigerian, half
some
indigenous.
very strange,
Yeah,
strange combination. Like, how did they meet?
yeah, it's very interesting.
So he said you have a lot of Nigerians coming up from Portugal. And I remember having a discussion with one of my friends about how a lot of these players don't necessarily want to play for Nigeria.
Yeah,
And they were telling me that the goal of every football player is to participate for their country at the international level. And I told them, I said, this is not 1984. This is 2015, 2025. These kids do not care. What we used to care about, they do not care about it now. If you like, call them for international football. If you like, don't call them. They don't care.
no,
They
I
don't
think
really see.
I actually think they still do. I think they just don't like. For example, you just used Asia as an example. So like when they choose, they will always want to choose their country of birth, whether they are like Nigerian or not, like Nigerian
Mm-hmm.
birth.
Mm-hmm.
You choose country of birth, and you can't really blame them because that's what they know. It was
They
that
know,
country.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nigeria is always like a second option for them, just in case they can't break into the first team. So I don't. I mean, sad. I mean, if we had our stuff together as a federation, we could have easily been attracting. Or
Exactly. That's my point. Now you've gone to where I was going to. So the guy was like, "Oh, why would they be waiting for England to call them? If England doesn't call them, they will not play international football." I'm like, "Yes, because you don't treat them well." I'll give
yeah,
an example. There are a lot of Portugal players that Portugal has they've scouted them from under 7. They have a pipeline. They already know, okay, for the next 20 years, these are a set of players that we're going to groom and nurture till they get to national team level. People like Musiala, they've been they've been scouted a long time ago. But we Nigerians will wait until they make a name for themselves before now say, oh, let's go and invite this player. Lookman, like the same thing that happened to Lookman too. He's been playing, he's been there. You know that this man literally has a Nigerian name. Ademola Lookman. Like you don't have you cannot be more Nigerian than that.
I mean, but for him, I think it was. I mean, at the time that he committed to Nigeria was when he was still, if I remember, like trying to finding his feet. So it kind of like made sense for us because we got him when the price was low, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So, but
And that was him. That was him being interested.
yeah, but I said that to say like we didn't scout him early. Like he was not
That's what I'm
in.
saying. We just scout him early. We
Yeah,
did not.
but he wasn't in the England setup, so it was easier for us to get him. He wasn't in the England setup at all because he wasn't playing well. Now he'll have been in the England setup.
Yeah,
I don't know, honestly, especially with. I mean, they have Anthony Gordon on the left. I don't know if, but they are. I mean, since Rashford kind of like fell off form, he would have, if not be a starter on the
you would have
on
been a
that.
starter. I don't know the way he's playing. In fact, they would have mentioned. Now his popularity will have been up there with the way they would talk about him.
Mm.
And the same thing for Adeyemi. Like
Yeah,
this guy usually goes back home every
yeah,
year.
pardon all the time. Yeah, I see.
Like it's crazy. It's really crazy. But we wait for the food to be done. We now come and carry spoon and say you want to eat.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
not done now. It's not done.
We don't
It's not
have
done
the.
that way.
We don't have the bandwidth or the you know resources. Hold the,
No. See, we have the resources, but we don't have the
well,
wherewithal.
when I say you don't have the resources, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we don't have the wherewithal. Like we're just like you. See, at some point, Mikel was not paying for people. Then later, you're not giving them good hospitality. All those kind of things. Boys that are soft, they are soft boys already. You want to turn them to Ajapaki. Even the ones that are in MPFL, you're not treating them well. You're not doing correct scouting.
That's a whole different topic right there.
Exactly. Like it's just ridiculous. So someone saying all those things, and you as a dad, we don't advise your kid to say, okay, go and play for Nigeria. The way they will suffer your head. Come on, this guy is putting on warm pack. Hello. uh but yeah, we thank God for life. Hopefully we just get our act together because the way things are going, football is changing. All those teams that we think we used to be able to beat in Africa, they are getting better.
Like,
They
so
are playing in Europe.
some of them are for real. Like some of them are like especially like our neighboring countries. Like I feel like um what country does Grassy play for? I want to say it's not.
I think it's
Is it?
Cote d'Ivoire.
No,
It's
it's
Cote
not Cote
d'Ivoire.
d'Ivoire. It's
Are you
not Cote
sure?
d'Ivoire. Yes, I'm positive.
Uh,
Either Mali or Guinea, one of the two.
hold on, let me check. I
Uh,
think I checked the other side the last time.
Either
Hold on.
Guinea or Mali. Um, they I
Let me
guess.
go through. I think I checked one time like that. Let me confirm. Like people are getting better. People are getting seems like even like it don't even have to be Cameroon or Ghana or Ivory Coast. Just Cape Verde there, they had players who decided to come and say, okay, we want to play football for our country.
Hmm. It's Guinea. He's from Guinea.
Guinea, okay, yes, Guinea,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's their team. Obviously, it only takes just especially at that level. It only takes a few players sometimes to kind of like. I mean, just
Just put fear of God in you.
yeah, just change things around for a little bit. Just like how
Mm.
Adebayo did for Togo.
Yeah, the
Didn't
way
they
he
make the
carried
World
them.
Cup one time?
Yes, I think they did.
Yeah, and it was him. He dragged them to the World Cup. So sometimes it only takes one talisman to do it at that level. So yeah, people around us are not. Look at even not even forget Guinea-Bissau. They play very good football. Cape Verde play very good football. Like there's some of these countries, smaller countries, quote unquote, that are like really stepping up their game.
Yep. Adebayo, they went to Germany 2006 World Cup.
2006, yeah,
Mm.
yes, man. The
Speaking
grand,
of speaking of small teams, Liverpool drew with Aston Villa, and Liverpool started playing after this equalized after their second equalizer. That's when they started playing. Aston Villa really bold, but again, the same thing that they did against Tottenham was the same thing they did against Liverpool. They had chances that they couldn't convert. They could have scored at least 2 goals better than Liverpool in that game.
yeah, I saw I mean, when I watch games, I have like three screens. So I was watching that game because I had forgotten that it started 30 minutes earlier than the Madrid game. So when I tuned in, it was 1-0. So I saw 1-1, 2-1. Then I was focused on the Madrid game. Then I saw that Trent scored 2-2. Then I saw Marlon's chance
Yep,
towards the end. There's some chances. There was one a run that they made that they had on the left hand side that set up Morgan Rogers and he blasted the ball over in
that
the
one too.
yeah. So they did have chances to win that game as well. But Liverpool, they haven't really been playing well. They've just been using the like the know how that they have to get through games sometimes.
I'm scared for them, man, because I don't want Arsenal to win. Because Arsenal now will not be motivated. They've gone to go and do their what do you call it? Hot water bath retreat. What do you call it? One weather. They've gone to man see masseuse that will massage them in the what's the name of that hot room that you go to.
In sauna.
So now they've gone to go and do that, and I do not come back and say they are ready to win the league. If they win the league, sha, they deserve it because they've tried. But if
I
they
know.
don't win it, I think
They,
Arsenal, not Liverpool. If Arsenal wins the league, then
yeah,
it's
I
their
know.
turn to win it.
But
It's
again,
their turn to win it.
I don't see, especially with the form Salah is on specifically. I mean, forms come and go. That's why you want to build that's why you want to build a lead as much as you can, so to give you room for when that inevitable dip in form happens. It's just football.
Mm.
So I think it's a little too early to start giving Arsenal a bigger chance that they have. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have any chance, but I think it's still early. I mean, there's still a lot of games to play.
Liverpool, they face City on Sunday.
But I mean, this is a good time to face City now. So
I don't think so. I
I
don't
think
think so.
I think it's a good time
That,
to
that,
play.
that game might end up as a draw.
I think so too. No, 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 don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh, Liverpool for sure are going to win. I just think like based on both of their forms, if Liverpool don't win that game, it will be. Wait, I think they're playing at the Etihad, right? I think
Let me check. I think I saw Anfield. Hold on. It's on Sunday by 11:30 Eastern time. Yeah, Etihad.
Etihad. So I think that me. I mean, Etihad doesn't really create an atmosphere unless they score like Anfield. But I think
It's a empty ad.
I think um I think Liverpool should still. Cause I still consider them favorites. I still consider them favorites. I
But I
think
mean, I say a draw. I consider Liverpool favorites, but I think they might draw that game. Because I've been seeing the way they've been playing the last 5 games. I've been telling my Liverpool fan friend that you guys are not playing spectacular the way you guys used to play,
yeah,
and you guys are struggling. They've been drawing and they've been losing.
yeah,
So, and with the way City are, like, Alan did not play today because he was injured. He might come and say he wants to play this weekend, and
yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah,
That's a problem for them.
I think they just brought in for like just in case, but definitely they are, especially after the first two goals went in, definitely their mind switched to
Yeah, yeah. Just switch over to like, okay, let's just secure
uh,
our top four.
of yeah.
Mm. Okay, now I've spoken about everything that is on my on my list. So we have 20 minutes to discuss your team. Before you start discussing that, what the hell is going on in La Liga? Why? I understand. mm, You can say he insulted the ref. I'm talking about Jubileum.
Yeah.
I was not saying that. Oh, they want to ban him for. It's not. I think like 3 months. Then another letter saw 3 weeks. I'm
So
like, what's the problem?
so
You
so
keep pressing.
they landed on 2 games, and Real Madrid is going to appeal. Here's my problem. I wouldn't have had a problem with the sending off, even though he said off, not you.
Yeah. Same here.
I wouldn't have had a problem with it if other players historically have been doing this thing for years in football. Period, not just in La Liga. Like in La Liga, they've been doing this thing for years. In fact, this season alone, there was one game I was hate watching Barcelona, right? And there was one game that they subbed out Rafinha, and he was berating the like something that if Vini had done, it would have been front page news.
I
He
said, arrest that N word. Arrest
uh
that N word.
berating
Arrest him.
the ref, like players, whether we like it or not, they speak to the refs like this all the time. Not necessarily directly. They use curse words talking to the ref as well. Again, I'm not condoning it. What I'm saying is strange that they picked him to punish when other players have been doing it before. Even going back to the like glory days of Barcelona with the Messis and the Suarez that had the one of the worst disciplinary records before he joined Barcelona, right? And when he joined Barcelona, his whole Barcelona career, he wasn't suspended once.
That's crazy.
Like that's just to show you the craziness. I was just saying it last week, right? I was just saying it last week that about like if you say Real Madrid is favored by the refs, I can tell you don't watch Spanish football. I was literally just saying it on the podcast last week, and this weekend something happened again with that. Even before that, we had at least two clear penalties,
I saw it.
that were not given. Now and the investigation is going on with the ref, of course, but like then on Monday, I don't know if you watched the Barca game against Vallecano, Rayo Vallecano.
No, I didn't.
Barcelona had before their penalty, I believe it was before. Bas, Barcelona were defending a cross of like a second ball of a set piece, and they're defending a cross. This guy had a shirt full of the Vallecano player in the box, no pen. Then Barcelona had a pen. Pathé was holding on. Who was he holding? I forget who. I think it was Iago Martinez, whatever his first name is. Clear pen. They give Barcelona the penalty. Fine, no problem. Lewandowski scores. Minutes later, the exact same. You can look this up. The exact same thing. This happened on Monday. When I say Monday, I mean 2 days ago, Monday. The exact same thing happened in Barcelona's box. Pathé was involved again. He was trying to break away. This guy holds him and prevents him from running for the ball, and they both fall. No PK. No PK. Then, to make matters worse, this same game so 2 PK shouts for Vallecano for virtually the same as offense that Barcelona got the PK for were not given. Then Vallecano scored a goal, and they said it was offside. And I saw the VAR, like the replay. It was one of those, like, Barcelona play high lines, right? So like they were right by like close to the box. Again, I feel like it was a second ball of a set piece. If from the right, he plays the ball over like from the right hand side over the top to still on the right hand side in the box. This guy gets the ball and scores. The guy that gets the ball was onside. However, the Vallecano striker, Ndika, I think his name is, was offside, but he was one. Those runs that strikers make where they'll stay offside, they'll wait for the second ball so that they'll be
I'm
on
running. Yeah.
So that's what he was trying to do. So when they played that ball in, he was coming onside. The player, like, so the Martinez, the defender, was running towards him. And I think when he was positioning himself to stay onside, like him and Martinez kind of collided. Martinez, if anything, from my view, I may be biased. This is biased football takes anyway, but I may be biased. But was running towards him, and I think the way he was like maybe you be backing the goal, but when they play the ball in, you kind of turn to kind of like set yourself up for a cross pass or a tapping, but he wasn't needed, of course. But he was adjudged to be interfering with play, even though Martinez was not going to get there. It was, and the goal was ruled off. Now, if any of these things, these three incidences, happened like maybe once in a game, I understand. Like even that's this penalty. I mean, this disallowed goal, right? Whereas like, it would be one of those debatable ones, but I understand. But three incidents happened in the same game in their favor, in Barcelona's favor. I'm telling you, if you watch Real Madrid, if you watch La Liga games, period, and you tell me, you cannot tell me, not even that you tell me, you cannot tell me that Real Madrid gets favored by the refs. Yes, like I mean, again, I think I told you last week, big teams usually get some decisions at home, especially it happens in sports, even in basketball, it happens, right? So I'm not denying like you can obviously make a reel of any big team getting favorable decisions. You can do it in England too. You can do it everywhere, right? But if you watch La Liga, especially there's a reason why Real Madrid has more Champions League titles than La Liga titles. You get why? There's when I say that, I mean in the last 12, 13 years. There's a reason why. Because the official there's a reason why Barcelona have like the allegations about paying refs and the Niagara case. There's a reason. All these things are not coincidences. They're like, it's really bad. Now people will say, Real Madrid, they're crying to the refs, that this time again. You can say that all you want, no problem. But now, since we made that report, three other teams have reported the refs after us,
Oh wow! So we're waiting for you to talk first.
including Vallecano. So like, this is not a thing. But again, I understand people who maybe don't follow the league or don't watch the games or anything like that. Outside looking in, like, oh, Madrid is just crying, just crying. But anyway, it was funny because when I saw the game on Saturday and I watched Barcelona on Monday, I'm like, this is exactly what I was just saying a couple of days ago on the pod. It's crazy.
Well, let's talk about happy things. Let's talk about good things that make us happy.
Yes, so
Today, I feel like this might be Mbappe's best game for Madrid
100%,
since he has moved.
100%, 100%. And again, I told you last week the difference in our change of form is him. First of all, him recognizing that he's a 9. All his movements were superb today. Off the
Today it felt like it was only him and Rodrigo that played that game. They were just doing whatever they wanted to do.
I have to give special shouts out, not just him and Rodrigo. I feel like I can single out everybody. Jude was maybe not to the level of the previous game, but was still good. Chouameni, I'm very happy for because he has sacrificed a lot for us in playing centre back, and he doesn't have to play necessarily well when he plays with Lucas Vasquez on the right, like I said on the last pod. But
Yeah.
and he got a lot of like bulls and stuff like that. But I'm like, this guy is an actual midfield general, and he showed himself today as well. Danny Ceballos is a footballer. Like he was demanding the ball under pressure. He barely lost the ball. Silky on the ball, dictating the play from deep. He was superb, and rightfully so. Him and Tchouaméni got standing ovations along with Mbappe as well.
Hold
And
on. Before we get carried away, there's a caveat. This is not a City team that is brimming with confidence. So
is that
there's
my
that asterisk.
how is that my business? When they
I
beat
understand.
me 4-0, we had injury problems
That's
for
true. That's
players
true. That's true. That's true.
back, and did they send me? We were forcing like we're all over the place that game. I'm not forgetting the Etihad. It's not my
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
And again, if you look at the team, they were all shouting about Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez, that like, and he's a good player to be honest. I'm not going to talk smack on him, but like, if you look at the City team, apart from Rodri, like that's a strong team. They had KDB on the bench. Okay, Haaland didn't play, fine, and Haaland showed himself last game because Rudiger didn't play last game, and he scored. So Ojuru cancel. I don't want to hear.
But so here's the thing. Like, it's not. I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, um, in as much as we want to, I don't want to dampen your performance. But I'm just saying, like, in as much as we want to praise your performance, this is not a City team that is brimming with confidence. Even though you might say that they have the names or the personnel to that should have done something good, but you have to play what's in front of you. So I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
And with that said, Bellingham was okay, but Mbappe, oh god. I just
Mbappe.
knew from that first goal, I knew it was going to be an easy hat trick for him. I just felt it like this guy. Because at the beginning of the game, I texted my friends that I'm having a feeling that City might beat Madrid. But from that first goal, I was like, no, there's no hope.
Uh, I, I always thought we're going to go through, especially after the first half. I mean, after the first leg, I always thought we were going to go through. I did expect some like heart and mouth kind of game, and like we just see it through at the end, like we usually do. I wasn't expecting the schooling that we did. Like I,
this second leg, yeah.
yeah, I expected like in the second leg is what I'm saying. The game today, I expected them to cause a lot more problems than they actually did. Um, I expected it to be more of a back and forth game than it actually was. So, but again, like I was saying, our change of form started when Mbappe really adapted as a nine. All that running away to the wing, not making the runs in, and the time there was one time that he was like the time we lost badly to Barcelona at home. He was offside so many times, so he wasn't sure how to bend his run properly. Like today, he was like that was a prime confident all round nine performance, running in behind, causing problems for the team, coming
Finding
short,
spaces, yeah.
getting for the ball, getting the ball short, making things happen incomplete. He was absolutely superb today, and I don't know if you saw, like he was using his hand to demonstrate his
Yeah.
goal. Then there was a photo that came out that he was actually looking at Vardia when he scored that second goal, which was nasty. Took his ankles off
Yeah.
before he scored that goal, and he was looking at him doing the doing the celebration. And he was on smoke today. And I think
Someone said it took Guardiola's ACL, MMS, BBL,
nah,
CIA, everything about all the three
and
letter words.
Rodrigo, I mean, Vini and Bellingham were okay, but Rodrigo, I mean, he's
You see that pass?
that
That's pass for that second goal. So when the ball got to him, I was like, okay, how is this guy going to pass that ball? But
just
that nasty touch, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Rodrigo. Like I saw a Jude Bellingham interview with the CBS crew after the game, and like Henry always talks about how underrated Rodrigo is, and I agree with him because Rodrigo is the one who gives us balance because he's the one out of the front four, I mean the front three rather, that drops back to defend and like pick up the ball from deep and go forward, and like Henry also like um thinks he's underrated. So he asked Jude about him, and Jude said he thinks that Rodrigo is the most naturally gifted player in the squad. Like the things that Rodrigo can do on the ball. There was one move that he did to beat Gundogan. I don't know if you remember. Like it was one of those things where you receive the ball, you do like you're about to stop the ball with the bottom of your foot, but in the same motion you like say he did it with his right, so the ball was coming to him. He was trying to control it with the bottom of his right foot. But as he was doing that, as he touched it with his right foot, he just changed direction and left Gundogan in Barcelona. Like, he does stuff like that.
See, Barcelona.
He left Barcelona like, yo, you need to go back.
Go
He does,
back to where you came from.
yeah, he does stuff like that all the time. Like,
He's
he's just
very fearless. Stuff I like him. He's very
and
fearless.
like he is naturally a left winger. Like there's this thing in like Real Madrid fan knows, they know this thing. LW Rodrigo, left wing Rodrigo. When Vinicius is not around and Rodrigo plays on the left, you see a different animal. Like, actually, before Vinny turned up, we all thought Rodrigo was the one
Oh
because
wow.
we all thought that's the guy. Vinny is just so decisive and so fast and so fearless and so, like, he just tries stuff and he got better and better and better. Like, Vinny is just like is a combination of, obviously he's immensely talented, a lot of hard work and grace. To be honest,
Yeah.
Rodrigo is just a gift. Like, you can just tell he's just gifted. There's a like.
It should not leave Madrid though. It should not leave Madrid.
No, I don't want it to leave. It will pay me if he leaves. It will pay me if he leaves.
Because he leaves, I don't think the way the talent he has, I don't think he'll be able to harness it anywhere else because
I think
he
so.
needs a lot of movement around him.
No. I actually think he's sacrificing them because I feel like Rodrigo walks into left wing. Every top team in the world, he walks into the starting 11 on the left wing. Every single top team in the world,
Apart from where?
apart from Madrid, he walks into
so there's a reason why I'm saying this. You remember how Pedro was really good for Barcelona, but when I went to Chelsea, it was still good, but it wasn't that level that we were expecting it to be. What?
Pedro was older when he went to Chelsea. He was relatively older. I think that's a little different. Like, Rodrigo is what, 24, 25? If he was to leave now and go to
24, 25? That man, I said he's playing forever. Let me check his age.
I mean,
24, 25?
These guys have been at Madrid since 17, 18. That's why you think so. Because
he's 24. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Vini is also 25. Like, they came when they're 18. These guys are 2000 babies now. Yeah, 2000.
Jesus.
So
Jude is 24. Hey, God.
Jude is 21. Fede Valverde is like 25, 26. Mbappe is 25, 26. Camavinga is 22, 23. Tchouameni is like 24, 25. Like, all these guys are small.
So you guys are going to punish us for a long time. Jesus
these guys
Christ.
are small boys.
Jesus.
We haven't even seen Arda Güler yet, who's another immensely talented player. Like, no worry, we get scored. Don't worry. Don't even worry. We need now Raul Asensio, who we were just talking about last week, had another phenomenal game today. And, like, what I just need is the proper right back, because as great as Valverde is covering that, I need him in the middle. I think we miss him in the middle. So I just need, and I told you the right back that I want, Daniel Munoz in Crystal Palace, is crazy shout, but that's what I want, really. But I mean, I'm hoping that if it is Trent that we get, he proves me wrong. But I'm just nervous about his defensive abilities. But we'll see.
Man, you guys have a young squad, man.
Yeah, we have a very, very young squad. And another thing,
they're playing at a very high level. They're playing at a very high level that the senior players will be jealous of.
Yes, so. But yeah, today was very good. When we were on the ball, we played some beautiful football today. I just didn't like we didn't keep the clean sheets. It's just two things I didn't like. We didn't keep a clean sheet, and Real Madrid don't, like, of late especially, they don't like punish teams. Like, for example, we should be, even the first leg, we should have won that game like 6-2. The first leg. This second leg, I felt like we should have punished them more, but we don't. We always do enough to win. That 3-1 kind of flattered City. and the 6-3 on aggregate, to be honest, kind of flattered City. It should I feel like, especially in the first leg, we should have scored at least two more, at the very least. Um, but it was a great game today. I was very proud of them. Obviously, like I said, Mbappe is looking like like the talent that he is. Um, and it's a beauty when like you have that kind of front four where like maybe okay, Jude and Vinny were just on a normal level today. Not bad, but not their great standards. They're just good level today. And the other two were extraordinary. And for Valverde is
Mm.
always extraordinary. And Chouameni was amazing. And Ceballos was amazing. And the back four was amazing. Like
Look, see
nothing
the way you're talking. I'm so
nothing
jealous, man.
nothing I can complain. But again, like I saw that and I'm not like again, I'm very very cautiously optimistic because you can't disrespect the game. You can't disrespect Champions League. You can go and be forming. We beat City. We beat City. You go and face Bayern and Atletico and go and lose. It's just football is
Yeah.
that. So, but again, I remain cautiously optimistic. Yeah.
Final question: do you think Mbappe has a shout to win Ballon d'Or this season, next Ballon d'Or?
I mean, possibly. It's very possible. I think. Um. So depending on obviously what teams win, like Salah has been on smoke this season, so
Yeah, Salah has a huge shout.
so depend. Hopefully Liverpool can do something to make his case stronger. Um,
What do you mean by that? You want Salah to win?
no. I'm just saying, like, just in general, like Liverpool would
Yeah,
win.
you're a nice person, though. You're
No,
very nice.
I'm just I'm just saying in general, like hopefully, like if Liverpool do something, I mean, because if Liverpool do something like win the league at the very least, his shout becomes even stronger, right?
Louder, yeah.
Yeah. So, but he's been on smoke. Rafinha kind of fell off form. He started the season very, very good, but like last couple of games, he hasn't really been on that level that he was. So he fell off form. Vinny came off like he started off on smoke, then he had a patch where he was out and injured, and it was actually injured
Yeah. Mm.
the suspensions. So and since he came back, he hasn't even scored, but he has been playing okay. Like for example, last week he played great for against what you call it
City.
City, and today was okay as well. So he might turn. But again, Mbappe was like okay in the beginning. Then he had a bad spell. Now he's on. Like everybody's just taking turns. Even Jude as well. Like Jude was always playing well, but he wasn't scoring. Even though I thought his level was good, then he hit a streak that was scoring all the time. Like yeah, it's very. I think outside of all these players, like Mbappe, Vinny, Jude, Salah is the only shout that has been relatively consistent throughout the season. So, well, to answer your question, yes, Mbappe has a shout. Depending on what Madrid wins this year, hopefully, if they win the league and the Champions League, hopefully, why not? It to be like, in fact, the front three might be all Madrid, the top three. Um,
Mm.
so who knows? But he does have a shout, in my opinion.
If they give Mbappe will be the second black Ballon d'Or winner. If they give Salah, he'll be the second African Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, and if they give Vinny to the second
Second black.
black, yeah, but yeah, so well. I'm a very happy man today. Now we have to go back to that crazy league and try and like because Barcelona is top now with on goal difference. We have the same points, so we need to go back and first of all win our games, and then I have to hate watch Atletico and Barca. So hoping they fumble. It's a long season, but we move.
You guys are playing. So Barcelona is playing Las Palmas. You guys are
Yeah.
playing on Monday. I cannot
Uh,
find people's schedule.
I
Oh, you're
think it's
playing. You're playing Girona.
yeah, Girona. Yeah, we should. I mean,
You're playing Girona.
we play Sunday. We should beat Girona at home. We should.
Yeah, Juventus they're struggling, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
we should. They lost
They've,
all
they've
their. All,
lost. Yeah,
we
they
should.
lost. They've only won once in the last 5 games, and they lost 4. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
So
thank you. We've come to the end of the show. We've come, as I promised, I was going to bring him back so that you come and talk about this team. I was,
yeah.
I was, I was, I scared him a little bit that they're going to lose, but they survived.
Never in
They
doubt. Never.
survived. Mm. Thank you. The draw is going to be on is it on
Friday.
Friday? I think it's on
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah, Friday. It's going to be on Friday. So depending on who you guys, depending on who Arsenal gets, will determine if they're going to face you or not.
Oh, and
That'll
who
be
I
fun.
get, right?
So if yes, yes. So if Arsenal gets PSV and you guys get because it's 2 options. You guys are on one side.
Uh-huh.
You guys are on one side, so it doesn't really matter. It's mostly who Arsenal gets because you guys are on one side. So if Arsenal gets PSV, then they're on brackets. But if they get Feyenoord, they're in Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's brackets.
This is a good time for if Arsenal plays Bayern, I think even Bayern I just like teams, even like teams like Bayern Munich, for example. I remember, was it last year that Bayern knocked Arsenal out, or the year before?
Yes, they barely beat them. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, even but last year Bayern were not good, and I remember who I was telling, like in Europe, there are some teams where, like, even if they're not good, they just have this same thing I was talking about Liverpool, where they can play not great, but like they just have a know-how, maybe because of
It's
their history,
heritage.
or yeah,
It's
it's
heritage.
heritage
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so like
Mm.
if Arsenal play Bayern, this is a good time for them to play them, but like it doesn't mean that they will just walk over them or anything, because it'll be interesting. But it'll be interesting either way. If we whoever we choose, we just need to deal with our first situation first, because
Yeah.
football is
Survive that round. Yeah.
tricky.
Anyways, thank you for pulling up. We'll see when we're gonna extend an invite to you. I think this summer I'm trying to see if I can set up a reunion of all the guests that have been on the show and the
Okay.
anchor. Let us grab maybe brunch or dinner or something or lunch.
Yeah.
Gather everybody in one room and
And
let's
talk football.
celebrate.
And talk football.
Not necessarily talk football, but just let's just
Nah,
catch up. Let's
don't worry. Football will come off. Don't worry.
uh, we'll see. All right.
All right.
Thank you, everyone that's stayed with us up to this point. I know we discussed a lot of topics today. Thank you for sticking with us, and thank you for keeping us as number one football podcast in the world. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Hala Madrid.
Esse é lá.